Hello and welcome to today's free webinar on LinkedIn connecting tips and strategy. My name's Ken French. I think it's important you guys understand that my background is in the insurance industry. I used to own a company by the name of NAS Financial. We were what you would call a general agent, a wholesaler, an IMO. Long story short, I worked with about 7,000 independent agents all across New Jersey, New York, PA, helping them sell employee benefits, individual medical, Medicare, life insurance. To make a very long story short, I sold that company back in 2009, got totally out of that side of the business, and started a company called BenefitStore.net to really help the independent agent who just doesn't have the time, knowledge, or desire to improve their website and social media presence. We work specifically with property and casualty, life and health, Medicare, senior product independent agents, and today we're going to kind of talk about LinkedIn, how to properly connect with people. And really the goal is to talk about having a system in place so that you're efficiently growing your LinkedIn distribution, which is going to put you in a better position to get more referrals. So before I kind of get into the how-to, the overview is this. LinkedIn really is like a mini website. And yes, as we've talked about in previous videos, certainly the way the profile is set up, the way it looks is very important to success. But if you truly want to get to the next level, you really need to have what I would call a connecting strategy where you're constantly growing the distribution you have on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn truly can become a drip marketing tool. But for that to happen, you have to be able to drip on people. And the way you drip on people is you connect with them. So just a few basic thoughts. In my opinion, you probably want to connect with most people. Now I have everyone listed here. Over the last few months, I feel like there's a lot of companies, we'll call them vendors, trying to sell marketing, trying to sell all sorts of stuff. You can probably push those types of people aside. But in the insurance industry, you certainly want to connect with your clients. You certainly want to connect with potential clients. You certainly want to connect with the carrier representatives. And I don't think there's any harm in connecting with other agents. One of the biggest fears out there is that other agents will be able to see all of your clients. That's not true. In the insurance industry, I always believe being able to connect with other agents, there could be a long-term, value to that. So go ahead if they're asking you. So that's kind of step one. Don't be scared to connect with people. You certainly want to accept all those invitations. But really, step two is learning how to invite people yourself. So you want to get comfortable with the way LinkedIn allows you to add connections. And one of the things that I've been very successful with, and I don't know if you've looked at my profile, but I'm up to almost 5,000 connections, is, I kind of have a system in place where when I talk to somebody on the phone, or I get an email from somebody who maybe is a new client or who's just interested in what we do, I've just gotten in the habit of going on to LinkedIn, going to my network, clicking add contacts, and it kind of takes you to the page that gives you options. And with LinkedIn, there's kind of three options. Option one is you can kind of upload in all of your email contacts from Outlook. That's probably the first thing you do when you first get involved with LinkedIn to get your first few hundred connections. But really where I've been successful is using the invite by email button here. And this is really for what I would call one or two email addresses. Like I said, you just went to lunch with somebody and got their business card. You just talked to somebody on the phone. You just got an email from them. I would come into LinkedIn, click on the invite by individual email, and then all you have to do is type in the email address and click the send invitation, and it will send them an invite to connect with you. Now, the reason I do that is because I know that person is then very likely to obviously accept the invite, but now they're on my profile, they're reading a little bit more about how I can help them, what I specialize in, they're seeing all of the referrals and recommendations from my current clients I've gotten. So to me, it's kind of part of a system. It's kind of allowing them to immediately feel more comfortable about my background, that I'm helping other people like them. They can see the credibility. And of course, the main reason is I can see from Google Analytics that probably about 70% of those hits immediately then go to my website and check out, the main company. So that's really the reason you want to have this system. It's about generating traffic to your website. And, I find that a lot of the insurance professionals who come to us initially, who kind of say, look, I'm struggling, I'm not getting any action on my website, I don't really use social media, it's all because they don't have a system in place. And, I think that if you can come up with a system where, maybe you spend 3 or 4 minutes a day on LinkedIn taking 5 or 6 emails from people you've recently talked to, inviting them to connect with you, next thing you know, you're going to start to generate traffic pretty easily to your LinkedIn profile and to your website, and it's going to be the type of traffic you want, which is the potential referral and potential good client. But the key is just having that system in place. And, whether it's you doing it, whether it's your assistant doing it, I think that becomes the key. And like I said in my previous videos, all of that is kind of irrelevant if your profile hasn't been set up correctly and it doesn't tell people who you are and how you can help them. So if you're watching this video first, make sure you watch the other videos about setup, because once you start having that system and you start generating traffic, you want to make sure your profile is designed and written to harness that traffic and turn it into something. Very important. So thanks for coming on today's free webinar. If you get a chance, check out my website, benefitstore.net. Long story short, I specifically work with independent agents who need help with their web presence and their social media presence. We have a custom website design service. We have a service where we actually do the dripping for you. We do the social media posting on a daily basis. What I suggest is that's interesting, check out the site. Feel free to contact me directly. I'd be happy to do a free kind of web present consultation with you, see if we can help you, and we can go from there. Thanks again, and have a great day.